Hello all, this is Zimnala with another adventure in the game of Glonk. We are returning again to hopefully push through some of the last few achievements and check out the rebirth stuff. So 2 of the last achievements involve rebirthing, so that's just gonna take time. And one of the other ones requires getting 10 million coins overall, and so far we're at 1.5. So we're not really all that close to that one either. But the skill gacha one, stat gacha, we can totally do. That's pretty reasonable. I do also apologize, it has become lunch o'clock. I was gifted pizza, and it is a literal crime where I live to not eat it, so. We wouldn't want to be criminal scum here, so we're eating it. Now it is worth noting that we're halfway towards getting the stat gacha anyway, so we only need to get about another 250-ish coins. So, shouldn't really take all long, maybe like another 2 or 3 runs. To get that handily in the next hour. And we'll get to check out the rebirth system and see what we think about it. I'm thinking I can basically push to 1 more level in a reasonable amount of time. I think that's about where I think we're likely to get to. So last time we died right at the verge of 200,000 too, so it's probably pretty similar this time. We didn't gain any more extra HP since last time, so yeah, it looks like I was right. Or at least we don't have to try to figure out which of these we're gonna do, because it's just right up front. Blam, 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 blam. Got a little bit more HP. Only one slot on it though. I'm thinking 1 million is what'll get us through it. So armor might also get us a good portion of the way there, so we won't discount armor, so maybe armor will help us get through. We could technically try whenever, but there's no real reason to rush it until I'm getting ready to rebirth anyway at this point. Like, I don't think the next level is going to be more lucrative, for instance. So basically, I'm doing less of the feeding, and I'm letting my guys do more of it, so I can collect the coins. That's all there is to it. Because we're leaving most of our coins on the floor. So it kind of just feels bad, to be honest, but it is what it is. Hopefully the rebirths do something to mitigate that feeling like that. Like, I'd take some like creature that goes around picking up coins for you, just like these guys try to pick up the bits and give these to these guys. Please just give me something that cleans up for me. Doing everything manually just kind of makes it a little tedious. I mean, it's still not as tedious as what Max Manos did, though. As much as it's a good game, it's a very tedious game. I'm curious what this does, so I'm gonna get 1 level. Oh, that's actually significantly worth it. Oh man, I didn't realize that. Okay, that's a game changer. Each level of this makes these almost 3 times as good. Well, we now know that that's important. So that's cool. I mean, it's cool to have, like, descriptions for what it does, but without numbers, it doesn't mean anything, so. We only got 5% more HP, but that should be enough to push through to the next level, so. Let's do it. I mean, we tripled all of our stuff, so. No reason we couldn't just go 1 tier up across the board. We'll focus in and get the level finished. I mean, even so, we still gained quite a bit. So knowing what we know about this, we now know that it's worth 3 times the cost of all of the levels up. And then you have to, because it's gonna triple the effectiveness of all of this. So looking at this, it might be worth it just to save up immediately for this. To be honest. Let's get level 25, then we'll save up for it. Because knowing what we know now, that could be time efficient for getting another one. So yeah, we got the stat gotcha thing increased. So 3 million HP should let us break through to the next one. Other things we learned is that level 12 did not give us an extra coin for these guys, so. That's not the breakthrough point. So yeah, theoretically, because we're able to do everything on one level higher, we should just get twice as much gold, right? It should be like a 400,000 for each play. So getting to 1 million should be easy peasy. I don't think 10 million is effectively likely, but we might push for it. We might get all the achievements except for the one, because like we've essentially like tripled or even a little bit more than that our effectiveness, because it's gonna triple again soon. So maybe we'll go up to 800,000, and that would only be like a few more games. I know it keeps pushing back the rebirth, but if I can get all the achievements out of my way, then I won't have any reason not to be OCD about it, you know, just play for the game at that point. In some ways, I think achievements are annoying in that way. Like, it's cool to put achievements in, it gives people something to chase for, but it also ties people down to things they have to do, so. I know some people can't make their own goals, but I kind of like to make my own goals rather than be told what to do, because then I feel like I have to do it. It becomes a trap, you know? It's okay, I don't hate the game, I just hate the system, you know? I understand it gets engagement, and some people enjoy it. People like to compare themselves to other. I mean, the only ones I absolutely dislike them is just like speedrun ones. Gross. Here, skip half of our game and do it faster. At that point, are you even playing the game? But on that note, I don't mind people speedrunning games. I just hate when it's an actual achievement that is like presented to players, like you should be aiming for this, whereas I feel like that detracts from the base enjoyment of the game, you know? For people that like to actually complete things, you know? Because I like to complete things. I don't like to feel like I need to have a fucking skill ceiling. This has been my TED Talk. I don't know. Something about this made me want to rant, you know? Kind of freed my mind for it. I think it might be the music, the way it's zoning me out. Yeah, we actually got more than 2 times the amount. So, like, this has been more effective at this than I thought it was going to be, actually. But I do think we're coming up to the end of this little adventure part. This isn't gonna get us to the 1 million though. We're gonna have to go again. Also, I don't know if that 700,000 is including what we had or just for the levels. Because if it's including what we already had, then yeah, definitely gonna have to go again. That's okay. I actually didn't anticipate this level running this long, but it works. We're definitely glonking our heart out, that's for sure. It is getting close to one-shot territory. Got us at that point. So yeah, I was counting what we had, but that's fine. But knowing that, actually, that we got 700,000, I can spend up to 500,000 of this. So I'm not going to spend quite that much. I'll spend like 400,000. I think that's pretty likely we're gonna be fine with that amount. So much confetti. That's how our stats looking. Yeah, not quite 3 times, but we're gonna get there as soon as we hit that. This should certainly get us where we want to be. There is a lot of Glonks alive right now. Kind of feels a little bit like I'm running a freaking casino over here. It's the way it all just sounds like it's all clinky. I'm not sure if it jives well with the lo-fi, but in a general sense the lo-fi is pleasant on its own. I just don't think that sound part of it is really clinking with me, so I may end up actually turning that part down now that we've gotten to this point. It's just all coins all day long, and that's all we're hearing for sound effects. Looks like we are in fact coming up on the million, so I do think I was correct in my assessment. Now, as long as we get over a million, I'll be happy with where we end up. Looks like I'm gonna get my wish. Fantastic. Yeah, we'll play it out. Starting to come up to the end of it, but that's fine. Definitely a lot of glonking going on, but I think we are closing this one out. Not quite getting a one shot, but it's definitely slowed down. I do also really like the colorful bits flying all over the place. That is really aesthetically pleasing. Though I do think we could use even more colors, to be honest. If you only got the 3 colors for the bits, but you have all the colors for the coins, so I think expanding it out would be quite nice. That's just my 2 cents. We're down to 1 guy left alive, so it's definitely starting to overwhelm everything. We're not quitters. We'll let it roll its way through. Looks like we needn't have worried about getting to that million after all, huh? Of course, meant everything. There we go. I knew it would figure itself out sooner or later. Okay. So it's not actually a double. So it's not actually a triple. So it's only about a double. So it has a little bit of diminishing returns. So now we know that as well. So the first one almost tripled it. The second one only a little bit under doubled it. Still. I said, when you don't give us numbers, we gotta figure it out. Next one's 10 million, yep. Okay. So we're at 2.6 million gotten. Slap a million coin of these into this. What I don't know is why it's not even for these, because all these look like they're 5% and whatnot. I'm gonna put the sound effects down to about a third. Maybe make them a little more manageable sounding. Got all the hats. Okay, let's try to beat the 13th level. Still only seeing 2, fortunately. unfortunately, so 13's not gonna do it either. So we're on the last one, so I only gotta make sure that we keep one alive, to be honest. So it is cool that the other ones decided to stay alive too. But we did it. That's another trophy. How's our stats looking? So we had theorized that 3 could do it. Maybe 9 could do it. Or we could just try right now. But, I don't know. Guess it doesn't hurt to look. No new color to the bits. Still just purples and greens and blues. More purples though. So still only 2. Oh, 14 ain't doing it either. So we are coming up on the second phase. So we're gonna focus in on just keeping one alive. Hopefully that'll do it. It'll either get one shot or it'll be fine. No, I think we're fine. It's not being one shot. That's all that matters. I think we got this one too. We did it. Everyone's dancing. Cool. The other one's absolutely not going to work. Well, let's look at it. Let's see what it's got going on. See if this at least gives us one more. I'm just curious. No, just 2. But yeah, we're not gonna win this one if you were wondering. We'd have to triple our HP. So that one looks like that would need maybe like 13 million, maybe 15 million. That's fine. So we can go back to 13 and level here. This should get us like maybe 30 million. Or 3 million, I mean. Our goal is to get to 10 million, hopefully, in this hour. We're currently at like 3 million, so it's reasonably attainable, hopefully. Oh, what is interesting is that by doubling the rate of all of those, one of those is an increase to how much gold we get. So also that doubled how much gold we get as well, so. That's part of why we're getting more gold. Because we did increase all the effectivenesses. And every time we go a level further, it it did also double the rate, so. So hopefully we can get like an extra like 2 or 3 million each game. That's my current hope, but we'll see what actually ends up happening. Looking like it might be closer to like maybe 1 million per game. That's unfortunate. Maybe like 2 million a game? Not quite the 3 million I was hoping for. Well, hopefully the little extra care we've gone to like get the most out of the first playthrough will get us most of the rebirth tree. I don't really know how big that is. Because I wouldn't want to do this more than like maybe once or twice more at max. This already took a couple hours. Like Max Manos actually also overplayed that thing where it had like 5 or 6 different nearly identical playthroughs, and they all took several hours apiece. Yeah, we didn't even make it that far. It's so fine. It just means more upgrades for the upgrade tree, and we go back in. That's just pretty close to where we ended the last time too, so I think maybe we just have a little less control of this particular level than we did on the other one. The other one we were like lasting way too long. This one we're kind of in the middle. There's like a certain tipping point. It's a little hard to tell where you fall into stat-wise, where it's profitable but takes too long. So it looked like we got a lot, but it was actually a slower amount per minute. Well, let us see. We're definitely reaching the point of diminishing returns, so if I don't think we can beat the next one with this, I'm probably just gonna rebirth, because I actually suspect that I'd be able to continue the progress on this on the next rebirth, but even if I can't, as long as the rebirth gives me something, I think I'll survive. So let's do it. Let's jump in. Let's see what it gives us. A powerful upgrade? There better be more than one. So we gained 1. So that's three times faster. Oh, so this is going to multiply it by the number of skills we have. Here's 1 skill. Bam. Okay. Okay, that sounds really, really good, actually. Oh, that costed 2. Oh, well. Oh, it only cost 1. I'm sorry. I thought it said 2, but maybe it did. 2, 3, 4. Well, maybe everything else costs more anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Can't afford another one. So for reference, we now have 4 times plus this. Maybe that's 12 times, I hope. Unless they're additive, and then that's only 700%. Well, that sounds crazy. But none of this looks like it's gonna pick up coins for me. Just saying. Just saying. Did it save my stats? If so, no, it reset. Okay. It looked like it was trying to save my stats. Okay, other things to check is my hats. All my hats are unlocked. Good. I was hoping for that. This is where we get to put all of our beads. Good. Okay, I'll accept that. As long as the hats are safe, I guess that's all I need. What I will say is I think it kept my grab distance upgrades, because it definitely is grabbing from farther away. Just gonna say, I'm not gonna complain. So yeah, looks like maybe I was right and it is multiplying it quite nicely. It does, but like if I'm getting 16 times the progression, like definitely it would not be so bad. Okay, I understand. I think I can continue like this way. As long as I'm not actually losing anything, you know? If I had known that it was such a big bonus, I might have also considered going a little earlier, but it's not like you can look at it, so I'm fine with how it went. No telling how big the tree is, though, so. But I think beating this level is not going to be too tricky. Just have a feeling. So happy. So what gave me that permanent thing? It was... Oh, when Glonk feeds a Glonk? Oh, well, we don't have Glonks for a little bit, so that's not happening yet. Imagine the dumbness if you actually... Oh, so I'm glad it doesn't let you do it while you're out here. I like the particles on it too. I didn't comment on that the first time. Oh, actually, let's get out of here. I meant to go to the next level anyway. So chonk. I think we've got a reasonable chance of finishing the list level out. With what we bought already. But like essentially every run of this is like 16 runs we were doing before, so I think it's likely we'll actually only have to play the first few levels once to beat them. Maybe twice. Some of those middle levels we did have to grind a fair bit to finish. Alright, new friend, new feed. New friend, new feed. Alright, we got 3 Glonks in the picture, so... They're gonna need more HP, they're gonna need to be fed better. I don't know if we can beat the next level, but we're gonna give it a shot. There's a decent chance that our friends are not gonna make it. But I'm okay with that. got one chonk envoy, and he's gonna be the best we can get. Can we outfeed it? We can't. Not quite, but we came kind of close. And we'll go back in with more chonk and stuff, and we will be okay. New chonk, new friend. Oh, I didn't grab the upgrade I did. I thought I grabbed just another chonk. Oh well, it's fine. This is also fine. Yeah, I had a feeling. Oh well. Okay, let us... get that upgrade. Coming into the last quarter. We should be fine because of all the upgrades we've gotten. We better be fine. They're so happy. So much chonk and happiness. So now we can make Glonk get too big. He can go explode. He likes to explode, I assume. Okay, so... I'm gonna get blue boys in the picture. Starts getting pretty pricey, unfortunately. I don't want to get this because I think it actually already gives me at the biggest magnet thing. I think if I grab another one, it's going to reset it. I think it's a bug, but you know, I ain't complaining because I like grabbing from far away. I only noticed that it was grabbing from too far away because I played it all at once, so if the developers didn't intend that, you may wish to check it, because like I'm grabbing stuff from all the way over here now. And that's not the base game. So I think it is definitely a carryover effect. That is maybe a glitch with having a rebirth happen in the same session. So I'm not against explaining glitches to developers, but I don't mind using them either, so it is what it is. Here I go, explode. We didn't make it. And that's okay. Exploding is part of life. New Glonk, new friend. We will get, we'll get ourselves a little leeway. We'll game a couple levels of one level of that, and then we will get, more fast. Such fast. Didn't quite have it. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Next time we should have it. So yeah, normally you finish the game at level 8. I think we'll be able to do it one level early because of the fact that we carried in one extra trophy. So I think that enabled us to get a one level head start. So that's another thing is, I don't know if it's an intended feature to be able to use like your extra trophies that way, but I guess if you don't want that to happen, you would want to switch that to being a different currency when you rebirth. But I mean, it might not be worth it to change either. Your call. I just noticed things like this. Explode. We did it! Everyone's so happy, probably. And now we get an extra one each time. The next one's gonna unlock our lovely flonks. If it wasn't so expensive, I'd get a level in it. And since I know we probably don't have what it takes to beat the next level, I am gonna farm back here. It's more profitable. Big boys out there getting chonkin'. What is interesting is that you could start doing the stat gacha pretty early, whereas before we were using all of our points on hats, so that's gonna change. how quickly the beginning of the game goes too. Because you'll need less stats to finish it. So rebirths will actually get faster and faster, so. The one that would have changed things up is the one that made it so that they got more value every time you picked up a coin, which we were just a couple trophies short of, but that's okay. What can we do about that, right? I hope that the higher multipliers actually show up as different colors for the coins, because maybe I can see higher levels than the purple that we saw, or there'll just be even more coins, which would be just as silly. I'm not sure which one I'm actually rooting for more, to be honest. I like things growing silly out of proportion, but I also like when things are orderly. It's a little weird, but... I both like the chaos and the order. Well, we are definitely entering the ending phase of this, I think. Well, maybe not immediately. We definitely can't maintain as many of them alive anymore. It's only Jover when we can't feed our current one though, so... This run is successful enough that we can probably skyrocket ourselves into the next level for sure. We're running low. Yep. And we'll be able to buy like 4 of the gacha things, so that's gonna also be quite nice. Still not quite too much for us to feed one, but it's getting close. Now let's get out of there. Okay. Let's slam a couple of these in. Oh good, flock crates. I'll take max HP, that's pretty nice. Okay, what do we want to get? We're gonna get this one. Alright, well that should get us into the next area for sure. That's for sure. I am gonna take a short break and then we will continue this. I'll see you in a little bit. Bye-bye now.